Alexa, playing.
On Amazon Music.
So today, during this session, we're going to be doing a half-an-hour yin class. Yin yoga is more slow, meditative yoga, where we hold poses for between 3 and 5 minutes. So we're just going to go through a few poses during this time, and we'll start with a meditation and end with a meditation. So just bringing yourself to a seated position, making sure your back is nice and straight, bringing the hands on top of the knees, either palms facing down or palms facing up, and just starting to connect to your breath, closing down the eyes or taking a soft gaze down towards your legs, and just start to notice how your breath feels. Is it hard to breathe? Is it easy? Does it feel deep? Does it feel shallow? Just noticing the sensations of your natural breath. Just trying to let go of the stress from your day, from your week so far, and just bring yourself present for this next half an hour on your mat, making this time for yourself, and just continuing to notice the sensations in the body. And now we're going to start to deepen the breath. So we're going to take an inhale for 4 and an exhale for 6. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just continue and that on your own for the last few moments of this meditation. And then slowly open up the eyes to come into our first pose. So bringing your legs out long, bringing the hands, palms to face up or palms to face down beside the legs. And we're going to gently fold forward, tucking the chin into the chest, not pushing yourself too far into the pose during the time that we're sitting in the pose. Gravity will bring you deeper. So just coming to that first edge of deep sensation and just stopping there and closing down the eyes, or taking a soft gaze down towards the legs. And just taking one last inhale here. And on your exhale, just bringing yourself up out of the pose. And just taking a minute here to close down the eyes and just notice how your body feels after that first pose. One last inhale, and on your exhale we're going to move into our next pose, which is butterfly pose. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall out to the sides. And we're going to bring our palms to face up on the ground, so you can either bring it feet as close to the body or as far away as is comfortable for you. Bringing our hands, palms either to face up or to face down, and fold forward. Letting the head hang nice and loose. Chin tucked into the chest, so you're not holding any tension in the neck. And just allowing yourself to surrender into this pose. And your next inhale, exhale, bringing yourself up out of the pose, just closing the knees back together, and just taking a few moments here to just notice the sensations in the body after those first two poses. So just closing down the eyes if it feels good, to allow you to notice any sensations that feel different to before we started the practice. And we're going to move into our next pose, which is shoelace. So there's a few different ways you can do this. You can either just take a normal seated position for the twist, or you can bring your left leg out long and cross the right leg over for half shoelace, or you can bring yourself into full shoelace, which is bringing the left foot beside the right hip and crossing over that right foot. And we're gonna, whatever position you're in, we're gonna hug the right leg with the left arm and bring our right hand to the ground behind us and taking a look over the back shoulder as we twist, and just feeling that twist in the body, and just trying to let go and just feel into the pose. Remembering to breathe in, and as you breathe out, making it a bit longer than the breath in. We're just oxygenating our blood here by breathing deeply, which will help the blood flow around the body, which helps to bring us deeper into these poses. And take one last inhale here, and on your exhale, just unraveling yourself back to a seated position, and just taking a few moments here just to notice how the left side of the body may feel different to the right side of the body, just before we move on to the other side. And then we're going to move on to the other side. So taking whichever pose is best for you, be that seated, half shoelace with the left leg out, with the right leg out and the left leg crossed over, or bringing the right leg to the left side and crossing over that left leg. We're gonna hug that left leg with our right arm and bringing the left arm to the ground behind us and taking a look over that back shoulder. Taking one last inhale here, and on your exhale, just unraveling yourself back to a seated position, and just noticing the sensations you are feeling in your body after those first few poses. Closing down the eyes so you can focus on the sensations in your body now. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself onto all fours, bringing the knees below the hips and the wrists under the shoulders. And we're going to bring ourselves into puppy pose. So coming down onto the forearms and bringing your forehead down to the mat into puppy pose. And just allowing yourself this active rest in this pose, just holding this for another minute or so. Just feeling your connection in your third eye chakra, which is located on your forehead. Just noticing that connection to the ground below us, feeling it connecting to your mat, and then how the mat connects to the ground, and then the earth below the ground, how it's all connected. Taking one last inhale, and on the exhale, bringing yourself back onto all fours. We're going to take child's pose, so bringing the sit bones back to the feet. You can keep your legs in towards each other, or you can bring your knees out wide. You can either bring the arms out in front and forehead to the mat, or you can bring the arms next to the sides. Whichever variation feels best for you. Bringing that forehead back to the ground, closing down the eyes, and allowing yourself this time here to connect to the earth. Feeling that heart space really shining down into the earth in this pose, really connecting yourself, surrendering into this pose. We're also connecting again with our third eye chakra here, the same as puppy pose, with our forehead resting onto the earth. Taking one last inhale here, and on your exhale, coming back up to a seated position. We're going to bring our legs out long on the mat and slowly lower ourselves down to the ground, so we're lying down. And then just taking a few moments here just to notice how the body is feeling before we go into our last two poses. Bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall out to each side, bringing your feet as close to the body or as far away as is comfortable for you. Taking the hands out, palms to face up on the ground, into our reclined butterfly pose. Closing down the eyes here to really surrender into this pose. And just taking one last inhale here and exhale, and then either bringing the legs out long on the mat or bringing your feet to the mat if the mat distance apart, and letting the knees fall in towards each other. Either bringing the hands onto the belly or palms to face up on the ground. Just taking any last movements here before we bring ourselves into this last lying down meditation. Just coming into complete stillness here, allowing yourself this rest after the practice. Just really allowing yourself to feel grounded here after the yin practice. We've just balanced out our organs through the application of our yin poses along our meridian lines in our body, which connect all the organs. So we've been working on our kidneys, liver, heart, spleen, pancreas and lungs. We've also been targeting our deep connective tissues, so the joints, tissues between the bones, the muscles. And now just allowing yourself this final few minutes of turning inwards and tuning into your mind and the physical sensations of the body. And just turning yourself onto your side into a fetal position. Making a pillow for the head with the hands and just allowing a moment's rest here. And in your own time, making your way up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed, bringing the arms to stretch all the way over the head, bringing the palms together, bringing hands in front of the heart space in the prayer position, taking a bow to your hands, just sending gratitude to yourself, taking the time to practice today, taking an inhale, on your exhale, opening up the eyes. Namaste. Thank you.